Welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this Java object-oriented programming playlist, you will learn OOPS concepts step by step. This is Java OOPS programming session number 56, compile time polymorphism introduction. Before that, if you are serious about learning, like the video and subscribe the channel for more update. Please click the bell icon and select all notification option. Don't choose personalized option. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. In the previous session, we have discussed about the classification types alone. In this session, we'll discuss about compile time polymorphism. So, I'll tell you, compile time polymorphism is achieved by using method overloading concept. So, first we should know what's meant by compile time polymorphism. We know already what's meant by polymorphism. Using the same method name, it behaves differently for different objects. We'll show the definition once again for your reference, session number 50. See here, this same method behaves differently for different objects. We already discussed with the real-time example from session number 50 to 56. Kindly watch it. Afterwards, you can watch the session number 57. So, compile time polymorphism, what is that? It means the method call, that is a function call, is decided at compile time itself. So, during compilation itself, the method call is decided which method will execute. I hope you are clear. Am I right? So, during the compilation time itself, method call, that is method or function call, is decided which method will execute. So how the compiler decides means using the method name, parameter list. So what is a parameter list means? It may be a number, how many number of parameters you are passing. Then based on the data type, class depends on the order of the parameters. We'll discuss all these things, no worries. Now just try to understand how this compiler decide means depends on the method name, what method name you are using or what function name you are using. Second one, parameter list. So how many parameters you are passing, what data type you are passing, what order you are sharing or passing. So this is achieved using method overloading concept. So compile time polymorphism is achieved using method overloading concept. Next, what is meant by that method overloading? We already discussed how the compiler decide. Next, how it is achieved using this method overloading concept means now it is coming to the picture. Method overloading, it means so same method name. I told you. So how the compiler decides. So that is using this method overloading concept. We are achieving this compile time polymorphism. Method overloading means same method name, different parameters. Same method name, different parameters. So different parameters means differs by number of parameters. Here what I mentioned is clearly same procedure. So number of parameters, different data types, different order of parameters. Different order of parameters. All these things I will discuss it one by one with example. Before that, we'll take a real-time example. So normally, if you're driving the two-wheeler, not an issue. So two members can sit in the vehicle. One member a driving person, another person is a we can take it as a friend or passenger, whoever it is. Two members is a right one as per the rules. If another person is coming is your friend or some other person or relative, so three members are in the two-wheeler vehicle means it is offense. Am I right? It is not allowed. That is what we are going to here. Overloading. So we'll tell that overloading in the vehicle. So instead of two members, three members are driving. One member or two member, it's fine. Anyway, that is a vehicle. But the persons are differing, two or three. That is what here, the number of parameters, overloading. Normally, already we are having some method. We are going to overload by number of parameters or different data types or order of parameters. We'll discuss all these things now. Why it is called as a first of all compile time polymorphism means because the compiler decides which method to call before execution starts. That is, before getting the running state itself, it will decides which function should call. Okay, which method to call before execution starts itself. It will be decided. Compiler no. a compiler deciding which method to call before execution starts. So no runtime decision. So that's why it is called as a early binding, because before execution starts itself, it is finding which method to call. It is called as a early binding. Important interview question. Kindly make a note of it. In next session, we will discuss about how to implement this method overloading, because we already discussed now what is by compile time polymorphism. The method call is decided at compile time. How the compiler deciding means using the method name and parameter list. So the parameter list may be a number of arguments or data type or order of the arguments. So this compiler time polymer is achieved using this method overloading concept. So method overloading means what is that? It's using the same method name but differs by parameters. So the differs parameter means different parameters means number of parameters differing and data types are differing or order of parameters differing. It is called as the compiler decides uh, what's that compilation time itself before execution starts. It is deciding that which method to call. It is called as a early binding. I hope this session is useful to you. If the session is useful, then like the video and please share the session with your friends. Thank you for watching.